Welcome. Today, we're diving into the world of constructivist learning tasks. Constructivism is a powerful educational philosophy that emphasizes learners actively constructing their own understanding and knowledge through experiences. Instead of passively receiving information, students engage, explore, and reflect, making learning more meaningful and memorable. In this video, we'll explore how to create effective constructivist learning tasks, step by step. We'll start by understanding the core principles, then move on to practical strategies and examples you can use in your own teaching. Let's get started on this journey to more engaging and impactful learning. The heart of constructivist learning are several key principles. First, knowledge is actively constructed, not passively absorbed. Learners build on their prior experiences and connect new information to what they already know. Second, learning is a social process, often enhanced through collaboration and discussion. Third, authentic, real-world tasks help learners see the relevance of what they're studying. By keeping these principles in mind, you can design tasks that truly engage and challenge your students, encouraging deeper understanding and critical thinking. Great constructivist task always begins by tapping into students' prior knowledge. Before introducing new content, ask students what they already know about the topic. This could be through brainstorming, mind maps, or simple discussions. By acknowledging and building on their existing ideas, you help students make connections and set a foundation for new learning. This approach not only boosts engagement, but also makes the learning experience more personal and relevant for each student. Clarity is key when designing any learning task. Clearly define what you want students to achieve by the end of the activity. These goals should focus on understanding, application, and critical thinking rather than just memorization. When students know the purpose behind a task, they're more likely to engage deeply and take ownership of their learning. Make sure your goals are specific, measurable, and aligned with broader curriculum objectives. Authentic tasks are at the core of constructivist learning. These are activities that mirror real-world challenges and require students to apply their knowledge in meaningful ways. For example, instead of just reading about environmental issues, students might design a campaign to raise awareness in their community. Authentic tasks make learning relevant and motivate students to engage more deeply with the content. Learning is often more effective when it's social. Constructivist tasks should encourage students to work together, share ideas, and learn from each other. Group projects, discussions, and peer feedback are all great ways to foster collaboration. When students collaborate, they're exposed to different perspectives and can deepen their understanding through dialogue and teamwork. Open-ended questions are a powerful tool in constructivist learning. Instead of questions with one right answer, ask students to explain, justify, or explore different possibilities. This approach encourages critical thinking and allows students to express their ideas in creative ways. Open-ended questions can be used in discussions, written assignments, or projects, helping students develop deeper understanding and communication skills. Scaffolding is about providing the right amount of support as students tackle new challenges. Start with guidance and gradually reduce it as students become more confident and independent. This might involve modeling a task, giving hints, or providing checklists. Scaffolding helps students build skills step by step, ensuring they're not overwhelmed and can achieve success at each stage. Reflection is a crucial part of constructivist learning. After completing a task, encourage students to think about what they learned, how they approached the problem, and what they might do differently next time. Reflection can be done through journals, group discussions, or self-assessment. This process helps students internalize their learning and develop metacognitive skills. One of the strengths of constructivist tasks is their connection to real-life situations. Whenever possible, relate learning activities to students, everyday experiences, or current events. This not only makes the content more engaging but also helps students see the value and application of what they're learning outside the classroom. Inquiry-based learning is a natural fit for constructivism. Encourage students to ask questions, investigate, and seek answers through exploration. Provide opportunities for research, experimentation, and problem-solving. Inquiry fosters curiosity and empowers students to take charge of their own learning journey. Technology can greatly enhance constructivist learning tasks. Use digital tools for collaboration, research, and creative expression. Online forums, educational apps, and multimedia resources can make learning more interactive and accessible. Just remember to choose technology that supports your learning goals, rather than using it for its own sake. Every student is unique with different strengths, interests, and needs. Differentiate your constructivist tasks by offering choices in topics, formats, or levels of challenge. This approach ensures that all students can participate meaningfully and experience success regardless of their starting point. Self-assessment is a valuable part of the constructivist approach. Encourage students to evaluate their own work, set goals for improvement, and reflect on their progress. This builds self-awareness and responsibility, helping students become more independent and motivated learners. Feedback is essential for learning and growth. Give students timely, specific feedback on their work, focusing on both strengths and areas for improvement. Constructive feedback helps students understand their progress and guides them toward deeper understanding and skill development. Constructivist tasks should challenge students to think critically and solve problems. Design activities that require analysis, evaluation, and synthesis of information. Encourage students to justify their reasoning and consider multiple perspectives. This not only deepens understanding but also prepares students for real-world challenges. Ground your tasks in real-world problems that matter to students. Whether it's environmental issues, community challenges, or global events, connecting learning to authentic problems increases motivation and relevance. Students are more likely to engage deeply when they see the impact of their work beyond the classroom. Experimentation is a key part of learning. Allow students to try different approaches, make mistakes, and learn from them. Create a safe environment where risk-taking is encouraged and failure is seen as a valuable part of the process. This mindset fosters resilience and a growth-oriented attitude. Constructivist tasks often cross traditional subject boundaries. Integrate multiple disciplines such as science, math, language arts, and social studies into your activities. This holistic approach helps students see connections between different areas of knowledge and apply their learning in more complex, meaningful ways. Project-based learning is a natural fit for constructivist classrooms. Design projects that require students to investigate, create, and present solutions to real problems. Projects can be individual or collaborative, short-term or long-term. This approach encourages deep engagement, creativity, and practical skill development. Connecting learning to the wider community can make tasks more meaningful. Invite guest speakers, organize field trips, or involve students in community service projects. These experiences provide real-world context and help students see the relevance and impact of their learning beyond the classroom walls. Constructivist tasks should be accessible to all students, regardless of background or ability. Use flexible grouping, varied materials, and differentiated instruction to support diverse learners. By creating an inclusive environment, you ensure that every student has the opportunity to succeed and contribute. When students have a say in their learning, they're more invested and motivated. Give students choices in topics, formats, or partners. Encourage them to set personal goals and track their progress. Ownership fosters responsibility and a sense of pride in their work. Formative assessment is ongoing and helps guide instruction. Use quizzes, observations, and informal check-ins to monitor student progress. This allows you to adjust tasks and support as needed, ensuring that all students are on track and able to achieve the learning goals. Effective communication is essential in constructivist classrooms. Design tasks that require students to present, discuss, and defend their ideas. This not only builds confidence but also helps students develop important skills for academic and real-world success. Visual aids can enhance understanding and engagement. Use images, diagrams, and graphic organizers to help students organize and represent their ideas. Visuals make abstract concepts more concrete and accessible, supporting a variety of learning styles. Creativity is a vital part of constructivist learning. Design tasks that allow students to express themselves through art, writing, music, or other creative outlets. Creative tasks make learning more enjoyable and help students develop a range of skills beyond academic content. Simulations and role-play activities immerse students in real-life scenarios, allowing them to practice skills and explore different perspectives. These interactive tasks make learning more dynamic and memorable, helping students apply their knowledge in practical ways. Peer teaching is a powerful strategy in constructivist classrooms. When students explain concepts to each other, they reinforce their own understanding and build communication skills. Set up opportunities for peer tutoring, group presentations, or collaborative projects where students take on teaching roles. In constructivist classrooms, assessment is not separate from learning, it's integrated into the process. Use performance tasks, portfolios, and self-assessment to evaluate understanding. This approach provides a more complete picture of student learning and encourages ongoing reflection and improvement. A growth mindset is essential for constructivist learning. Encourage students to view challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. Praise effort, persistence, and improvement rather than just correct answers. This mindset helps students embrace mistakes and keep striving for success. Case studies present students with real or hypothetical situations to analyze and solve. This method encourages critical thinking, problem-solving, and application of knowledge. Case studies can be used across subjects and adapted for different age groups, making them a versatile tool in constructivist teaching. Questioning is at the heart of constructivist learning. Encourage students to ask questions about what they're learning, why it matters, and how it connects to other ideas. Create a classroom culture where curiosity is valued and questions are welcomed. Concept maps help students organize and visualize relationships between ideas. Encourage students to create their own maps as they learn new content. This strategy supports deeper understanding and helps students see the big picture. Active participation is essential in constructivist classrooms. Design tasks that require students to engage physically, mentally, and emotionally. Whether it's through hands-on experiments, debates, or creative projects, active involvement leads to deeper learning and retention. Real-time feedback helps students adjust their learning as they go. Use tools like clickers, polls, or interactive apps to provide instant feedback during lessons. This keeps students engaged and allows you to address misunderstandings right away. A supportive classroom environment encourages students to take risks and try new things. Let students know it's okay to make mistakes and that failure is part of the learning process. This attitude helps students develop confidence and resilience. Learning stations allow students to rotate through different activities, each focusing on a specific skill or concept. This approach keeps students engaged and allows for differentiation. Stations can include hands-on experiments, reading, discussion, or creative tasks. Service learning combines academic content with community service. Students apply what they've learned to real-world problems, making a positive impact in their communities. This approach fosters empathy, responsibility, and a deeper understanding of course material. Goal setting helps students take ownership of their learning. Encourage students to set specific, achievable goals for each task or project. Regularly review progress and celebrate achievements, helping students stay motivated and focused. Problem-based learning challenges students to solve complex, real-world problems. Present a scenario and let students work in teams to research, brainstorm solutions, and present their findings. This method develops critical thinking, collaboration, and research skills. When tasks are connected to students' interests, engagement, and motivation soar, find out what your students are passionate about and incorporate those topics into your learning activities. This personal connection makes learning more meaningful and enjoyable. Flipped classroom strategies allow students to explore new content at home and use class time for discussion, problem-solving, and collaboration. This approach maximizes active learning and gives students more control over their pace and style of learning. Metacognition is thinking about one's own thinking. Encourage students to plan, monitor, and evaluate their learning strategies. This self-awareness helps students become more effective learners and take greater responsibility for their progress. We've covered a wide range of strategies for creating constructivist learning tasks, from activating prior knowledge to encouraging reflection and metacognition. The key is to design activities that are meaningful, engaging, and connected to real life. By applying these principles, you can create a classroom environment where students are active participants in their own learning journey. Thanks for joining us and happy teaching.